Come on, scrub. Get you a little fort, huh? Fort.
I hate you.
I've talked about this before. I said that me and my children's relationships have gotten so much stronger since unschooling. And that's extremely true. That's still the case. But it's something a little bit more than that. I'm going to tell you a little story. Yesterday, fresh off the presses. But anyways, yesterday I'm going through my room, my closet, and I'm just getting rid of all these clothes. You know how you have like clothes in your closet? You said, oh, I'm going to lose weight, or oh, I'm going to do this, or oh, it just has a hole right here. I just can't raise my left arm. Holy moly, guacamole. You know, it's always something. So anyways, I just told myself, I want to get rid of all this. I'm going through a purge process. If I showed you this room, it's like kind of scattered. I only made the pillows look nice.
Well, at least he tried.
But I'm in this purge process in our house, and where I'm just getting rid of all this stuff, right? Stuff we don't need, stuff that doesn't bring me joy.
Perfect.
Wait, what's that lady's name? So anyway, so I'm clearing it out, and I have literally a mountain of clothes. The clothes piled up on the floor is probably the same height as my son. It's huge. It's huge. So there's this huge mound, basically the size of my son. And I plan on donating it because most of them are still good clothes. Obviously not the one with the hole in the armpit, but most of them are really good clothes. And, but there are some that were just trash. The ones that are in bad shape, I get a smaller stack and I give it to my daughter to carry. And my daughter immediately looked at it and she saw it. She said, Daddy, this has way too much dust on it. In this process, I'm sneezing, my eyes are red, nose running and things like that. Like, and I'm like, suck it up. You know, just take it. Come on, just take it. I like just kind of literally shove it in our arms and then just say, go, just take it.
Now get out there and be somebody.
Forget about the dust. You'll be all right. And then she was sneezing all day because of that. I wasn't really mean or I wasn't like yelling. I didn't like degrade her, but I kind of did at the same time. My daughter's 7 now, and she's extremely smart, and she knows her limits. And I just pushed through her boundary, and I forced her to have it. And then she carried it down the stairs because, like I've said before, my daughter's a pleaser. So, you know, with a little bit of coercion or anything, you could kind of get her to do almost anything you want. Oh God, that sounds so bad on camera, by the way. I hope unmarked white vans don't roll up to our house, you know.
Go time.
But anyways, so she does that for me. And the rest of the day, her and I are sneezing constantly, like just stuff just running out of our nose, not trying to be graphic, but, you know, just constantly sneezing, runny noses, blah, 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 because we're both allergic to dust. And like I said, these clothes have been there for years. Some of these clothes I've had from before I met my wife. And I think I met my wife like 18 years ago, right? So these are some old clothes, right? And they just been sitting in this closet or sitting in this drawer forever. So, and I thought about it and I was like, man, she told me that there's too much dust on it. And I know she's allergic to dust. And I was just like, suck it up and go. And she literally did. She sniffed it up. And now she's basically feeling sick. As a person who suffers from allergies, I know that feeling and it's not fun at all. So anyways, last night I went to her and I said, Mike, I'm sorry. And she says, why? And I said, you told me there was too much dust on it and I still made you do it. And now you're sniffing and you're sneezing and that's my fault. I should have listened to you. I gave her a hug and then she gave me a hug. And honestly, like one of the best feelings, cause she's a really good hugger. So she'll hug and it's a firm hug, but then she like does this extra little squeeze and man, it's like a grandma hug. I'm like, man, girl, how you give a grandma a hug and you ain't got no bosoms and you only 7, you know? But it was like a grandma hug, man. And it just warmed my soul.
Loving you is like food to my soul.
So that's one of the biggest things that with unschooling that I found. Establishing these boundaries. And it's important to establish these boundaries, not just for myself, not just for my kids to the outside world, but with each other. Because a lot of times as family, we kind of overstep these boundaries. That's something another thing we're dealing with within my family. There's these boundaries that have either never been set or they haven't been respected. And a lot of times with family, particularly close inner circle family, we allow ourselves to overstep those boundaries. And it really deteriorates our relationships. It's funny, through this whole process, I'm a school teacher, still a certified educator. And you start this journey with school and education and things like that. And then it moves you into different things like success and happiness. And as you kind of go down this slippery slope, you end up in a place where you start talking about some of the core fundamental things that you should have in your life. And the most important part about unschooling is it allows you as an individual to dig into those things. I know some people say, yeah, unschooling's not for everyone. I think it is. Now, the unschooling approach of not being in school, very little structure and things like that, is that for everyone? Maybe not. I don't know. But the focus on time, on the relational things that you have with unschooling, that's really important. I've heard the phrase, unschooling is unparenting. The idea is that, your kids get to choose whatever they want to do, and then you just do it. They don't want to go to bed at 9 o'clock. So, well, they stay up all night. Oh, they want to eat ice cream for breakfast. Oh, eat ice cream for breakfast.
Can we turn our beds into bunk beds?
Yes.
All right, we've already figured out how to do this. The beds match up perfectly.
And here's the thing, it'll give us so much extra space in our room to do activities.
Please say yes.
You don't need permission from us to build bunk beds. You're
Unschoolers.
You can do what you want.
We did it.
We did it.
It looks amazing.
Look at that. That looks like what you would buy from a store. This is how we do it.
Da, 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 da.
Hey, I never asked you.
Yeah.
You like guacamole? Oh! Open! Oh, God! Run! Run!
But that's not really what unschooling is. It's not about just letting the kid do whatever they want. I feel that unschooling is about respecting the boundaries and the choices of individuals, because every individual's boundaries are important to them. One of the things in our essence is that we want to survive and we want to be happy. We as people, even children, we make choices so we can survive, so we can be happy. So when my daughter said, "Daddy, that has too much dust on it, I don't want to carry it," she knew that that was something that was going to help her happiness and her survival, because she knew that she's allergic to dust. And I just didn't care about that. And I pushed through her boundary.